The massive Dixie fire in Northern California has now been burning for nearly a month. It ignited in the Sierra Nevada around 4 weeks ago, on July 13. Thousands of people are under evacuation orders, as the fire has blossomed to consume nearly 500,000 acres. It is currently 21% contained and has destroyed at least 400 structures. The fire poses a dire threat to small communities, having ravaged the town of Greenville last week. It currently threatens nearly 14,000 more structures. The Plumas County Sheriff's Office says 27 people who had previously been unaccounted for when much of Greenville's downtown and other buildings were gutted by fire are now safe and accounted for. But deputies are still searching for 4 other residents of the town. The sheriff's office is also telling residents not to try to return to their homes before evacuation orders are lifted. Margaret Elizia Garcia, who wrote a eulogy for her hometown of Greenville, told NPR over the weekend that the scale of the loss extends far beyond individual homes. "I talked a lot to people over the last couple of days," Garcia said. "We're not talking about one family losing a house. We're talking about one family, their grandfather's house, their grandmother's house, their cousin's house. They're all gone. And so where normally you would lean on, the one person in your family whose house was saved, there's no one to lean on. That will make rebuilding a challenge," she said, adding that many residents had lost their fire insurance after the horrific Camp Fire destroyed the nearby town of Paradise 3 years ago. The list of evacuation orders for the area and its communities is 8 pages long, covering parts of 4 counties: Plumas, Butte, Lassen and Tehama. Those alerts have been changing rapidly, reflecting the large fire's erratic behavior. "Our lines are flooded with calls, from people trying to figure out if they're in an evacuation zone or a safe haven," the Lassen County Sheriff's Office says. The agency wants residents to use the state's fire map to get the latest advisory for their specific address. For people who do opt to leave, CAL FIRE says they must follow routes outlined in evacuation orders, adding, "Directions provided by mobile devices and GPS units could lead drivers into hazardous areas." The Dixie fire has already consumed 489,287 acres. The only California wildfire known to be larger than the Dixie fire is last year's August complex fire, which consumed more than 1 million acres. A wildfire complex refers to 2 or more fires that are active in the same area and are assigned to the same commander or unified command. In the case of the August complex fire, those individual blazes were started by lightning. Many of them merged, creating what became known as a gigafire. More than 5,800 personnel are assigned to fight the fire, using equipment from drip torches to bulldozers, as well as 30 helicopters and hundreds of fire engines.